Hey YouTube family, how are you doing? Welcome to the Gear Cave. We're not going to solve the world's problems, but maybe through the love of guitars and gear, we'll make it just a little bit more tolerable to live in. Let's go check out some gear. Speaker cab or FRFR? Which is better for guitar? Is there a correct answer? I don't know. I'm going to give you some sound demos of both, and you guys can decide what you like the most. A guitar cab is kind of dialed in for the frequencies of a guitar, whereas a full range flat response speaker is kind of like a PA speaker. It's what you would hear coming out of the front of your PA system if you were at a gig. So I would be hearing my speaker cab, but the crowd was hearing the full range sound of my guitar coming through a sound system, right? So once I mic a guitar cab, it no longer sounds like that cab coming out of the fronts. It was always weird for me. I'd be on stage, I'd be like, oh, I like that sound. I'd walk out front, during sound check, whatever, like, what's going on? So I guess one thing right off the bat is when you're using an FRFR speaker, whatever sound that you have on stage is going to sound extremely close to what's coming out of those front speakers with very, very little tweaking. But I will say this, an FRFR speaker does not sound like a guitar cab. So let's run some sounds and we'll see what you guys think. Today's test, I'm just going to be using my headless Telecaster that I built in my shed and down here in the basement and at the school automotive shop where I teach at. So nothing fancy, running some Tone Rider pickups, very simple stuff. And of course I'll be using the Quilter Superblock UK. Settings as follows: the master is roughly at 11 o'clock, the reverb is straight up and down, the treble is just past noon, we'll say 1 o'clock. Mids are just past noon, the bass is at 11 o'clock. Limiter is going to be off for this, and the gain is going to be like right up and down, flat in the middle. The setting is going to be AC normal. The cab sim is just going to be normal. And as far as output goes, I'll have the XLR line out going to the head rush. I have the speaker cab line out right here going to the speaker cab on the floor. When I'm on standby, the speaker cab output is shut off. So I can have both plugged in and it's shut off. If I flip this to on, the speaker cab is now active. However, the line out remains active through all of it. So whenever I do a speaker demo, I'm going to just pop this out and do the speaker demo. But you guys won't see that because that's going to be off camera. You also will not see the cabs. Unfortunately, you'll just be looking at me because everybody watching right now already has a preconceived notion of what's going to sound better. I'm not going to tell you which cabs are producing the sound until the end of the video. So feel free to leave early, but if you want the answers, stick around and then you can comment to see if you have them right. Anyway, let's get this done. them on at the same time, just to give you an idea. Now, do you think you guys can distinguish one from the other? The answers are in the description below. So click on the title, you'll see the description of the video, and you can see every numbered sound sample. You'll have which came first, which came second, the cab or the FRFR monitor. Let me know how you fared out. You guys take care, God bless, and I'll see ya in the next one.